Hey, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. It's been a while since I did an audio, but I think it's time that we had a little bit of a chit chat, and it's talking about hiring and firing. I realized something today that I am so happy that I have chosen to do this YouTube thing on the side, and now it's getting bigger than an on the side thing. And who knows, maybe one day I'll go into this thing full force, meaning putting my content like really, really out there. But I'm not here to talk about myself. I am here to talk about the fact that you can hire you, but you can never fire you. So let's go over a few things. Number one, let's go over the timeless side hustles. I also realized that there are some jobs in life that just never go away despite technology. This is a good thing. This is a good thing because if you're contemplating an area of which that you enjoy doing and want to make some money, extra money on the side, who couldn't use a little extra money on the side? And who knows, one day this may become your full-time thing. Okay, next we'll start with number one, grocery store shopping. Now you're probably saying, wait a minute, I can easily just get online, pick a few things out, order it, have it delivered, case closed. Well, that is true. And that's a great thing. But nothing beats the human side of working with an actual person. If there is a person in your neighborhood, and let's pretend that you want to be that person in your neighborhood that gets to know the little mom and pop stores that you're not going to necessarily be able to get when you go online. You know what I'm saying? Like the local butcher shop or the local other little store that, like a neighborhood kind of thing. Like there's a deli around here that can't be beat. I'm telling you, they just have the best of, cold cuts and things of that nature and homemade breads and stuff like that. But if you're in an area and you know a few people that can't get around but like to pick up those little groceries, you yourself can put yourself in a unique business for some extra side money. As long as people want to eat, you're always going to have a little business. Just saying, just saying. And that's just a tiny example. Next, laundry duo. What? Yeah. Well, you're saying to yourself, well, wait a minute, I could do my own laundry. Listen, not everybody has or is allowed to keep a washing machine or a dryer in their home or apartment. Some people just can't do it. I myself, I send out my laundry and have other people do it. Yeah. Because first of all, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to sit around a public laundry and do laundry. I just don't have that time. And plus, my laundry comes back folded. It's one of my, as I call, guilty pleasures. But actually, it's a time saver. And in my case, I'm actually considering it an investment. However, if you enjoy doing laundry and you don't mind doing it maybe in your own home, I'm not saying do like 25 people's laundry in your home. But if you want to pick up a couple of bucks here, that back in grandma's day, lots of people took in laundry jobs, homework, and they did maybe things like ironing for people. Some people love to iron. They love to iron. It makes them calm. It makes them happy. I don't. I don't care for it, but it's a nice thing to have available if you know of someone. What's old is new. What's old is new. These are things to consider. Next, pet sitters. As long as you have a pet, you're always going to need a pet sitter. Why? Because sometimes you may not want to take Fido with you if you have to go on a long distance trip. Just saying, you may consider becoming a pet sitter, especially if you're kind, loving, and knowledgeable in that field. Next, dog walker. I cannot tell you, especially in New York City, the money that can be had walking. Some people make money even just with one dog, but I've seen people walking around a couple times a day with 3 or 4 dogs at hand. Do the math. If you love animals and you're a kind, caring, concerned person that can be relied on, listen, dog walking is a thing from the past that works, and a thing from now that works, and a thing from the future that works. This type of job will always be needed, always. Next, home or apartment cleaning service. Now that sounds like a big grandiose thing. I ran a cleaning service. Yes, I did. I did on my own when my daughter was very, very young. She was maybe about 3 years young. And what I would do is I had a couple of clients. I had how many? One, two, three, maybe four or five looking back. And it paid very well. And can I tell you something? You design your own hours. You tell the folks what you do. You tell the folks what you don't do. You set your own hours and you set your own price. Now, occasionally comes up a situation where it has to be a little bendable. Yes, of course, bend the rules a little bit. But I did that a couple of years and it really, really helps supplement your main income. You could turn it into a full income if you want. Just saying, just saying. Video content creator. Hey, that's what I am. I am a video content creator. And right now, everything's going to YouTube. But did you know that I sometimes send stuff over to Anchor, of which I have to go back to? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some podcast and it's played on Spotify. Just thought I'd mention that to you. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I have to go back to that because I do definitely want to expand my horizons. Because if I'm creating the content, there's no reason in the world why I don't leverage it out. But that's on me, and that's a different show. Just saying, just saying. Speaking of which, I want to do a separate show, and that will be uploaded probably within the next day or so, specifically for folks who are just thinking about starting their own YouTube channel. Next, tutor or homework helper. As long as kids go to school, they're going to get homework and they're going to need help sometimes. And it's, gone are the days when mom and dad are always available to help with homework, right? Okay. So, I mean, idealistically, that would be great, but it's not necessarily the case. And by the way, you do not need to be certified to become a tutor. Homework helper is self-explanatory, but you do have to, check out some skills in that area. Everything you're doing or interested in, research, 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 and see if this is for you. But getting back to tutoring, do you have a skill or a hobby that you enjoy? Well, we'll get into that in a couple of minutes. Next, after school activities coordinator. There is a long gap of time between the hours of, let's say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon when most kids are out of school till about 6 p.m. And that's the time when a lot of people seem to get into a lot of mischief. We don't like mischief. Just saying, just saying. Kids want to be busy. They want to be active. Are you the type of person that you're interested in, like maybe with sports or anything, or creative arts and crafts? Get into something where you're helping people and do some research on that if this is for you. And by the way, if you have a favorite hobby, do you like to crochet? Do you like to knit? I can't knit or crochet to save my life. But let me tell you something, it sure would be nice. But right now, I personally don't have that time to sit down with a person and learn this type of skill. But maybe you would like to teach this skill, and maybe there are other people who do have the time and are willing to pay you to learn something that you enjoy doing. You see, the key is this: do what you enjoy doing. That really, really helps. And another idea, room organizer. Oh, who couldn't use a person to, maybe it's just your bedroom that drives you crazy. Maybe it's just your kitchen that drives you crazy in the disorganization department, especially with spring around the corner. This is the time of the year you may look for someone like that. And by the way, you might even consider being the kind of person that doesn't mind only cleaning out and organizing, let's say, either kitchen cabinets or just only organizing refrigerators or just only organizing bathrooms. You know what? The possibilities are endless because remember, you can hire you all the time and you can't fire yourself unless you decide to do so. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thanks so much for listening. I really do appreciate you. Don't forget to come back in the future for some more savings, tips, tricks, ideas, everything else, kitchen sink, you name it. You have an amazing, fantastic day.